This guy, what's his name? Tariq Nasheed released some tweets of what this guy had been saying. There you go. I found it. Sorry. And these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. And those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical, welcome back. So let's talk about this guy. I'm gonna play. There were a couple of things I wanted to share with you with regards to Toby. Let me put his name on the screen, just in case you want to see more information about him. So what's the story of this guy? A few days ago, the brother came out. The brother came out and basically said, just make sure that audio is good. All right, good. The brother came out and said his brother's life had been deleted in some kind of high-rise building in Miami. And he cried out more so because he felt like the person responsible for it was about to be unnecessarily exonerated. The race situation came into the topic. Excuse me. Let's see here. Sorry about that. All right. So, it became, then everybody started to repost that, they need justice. So his family, his name is, let me see if I can find his name. Obumseli. His name is Christian Obumseli. Christian Obumseli. Yep. That's his name. Let me just see here. Get the right name. Let's see here. A very sad situation. 28. He would have been 28 yesterday. So that was 2 Sundays ago. He was 27 years old. Right? 27 years old. So he would have been 28. Let me just 1 second here. Obumseli. There you go. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I get his name. All right. So he is gone. It's gone basically. But since then, I think the girl might have been detained shortly. I think he was out. Then within a day or two, she was out, and she's basically walking around Miami like nothing happened. So a lot of people are speculating that this was only possible because she's let me see 1 second. I'm a little distracted here because I want to make sure I post his name just in case you want to find the information later. Let me just do something here. Let's see. Where is this? Let's see. All right, good. All right. So basically they put out the news. You can see the news everywhere. Everybody's making noise about it. But then a few days later, this guy, what's his name? Tariq Nasheed released some tweets of what this guy had been saying. There you go. I found it. Sorry about that, guys. Found it. Okay, I think I can share his picture with you from here as well. There you go. All right, so let's go back to here. Just want to make sure I can share some information about him. Obumseli. There you go. Perfect. All right. So the latest news actually is that we cannot do this without community. They're crying out to the Black community to help them get justice. Right. But there's this young lady called Six. Her name is Six. She's very popular in the manosphere. For those of you that are part of the manosphere, and she tends to advocate for men. That's what I've seen. She tends to advocate for men. But this time around, she's basically saying she's not interested in advocating for this gentleman because of some of the tweets that the they dug up from his past from as far back as 2012. Okay. Again, he was in a relationship with this young lady, okay, a white girl. He was in a relationship with her, and looks like they got into an altercation. She stabbed him to death. Deleted. DV. His life is gone. Just like if we're talking about Osinachi. See, it's very easy to jump on the internet and make this like some kind of gender war. It's not. Okay? This thing is dangerous for everyone. And the real lesson that I really want to extract for both stories, honestly, is this. We got to go back to the individuals. We got to go back to making sure that people have enough resources to learn how romantic relationships work. Romantic relationship is a complex thing because people get caught up in their emotions, right? On both sides. On either side. You're not getting into a romantic relationship unless you're basically giving up your rights of being right. Okay? It's not about right and wrong. It's about ultimately, does it feel right? Does this relationship feel right? Am I, quote unquote, happy? The same thing that some of us try to run away from. It's not about being happy. Yeah, that would be cute if both of you subscribe to the same ideology. There are people that still do. Most don't. Most will say they do and still won't because they get caught up in their information. They are humans like you and I. As a matter of fact, you that you're claiming that this is about duty and responsibility, a lot of time you're speaking out of your feelings too. This is just your attachment to a lot of times outdated ideology. Why do I call it outdated? Because again, for the most part, it's usually not applicable to the times we live in, right? How do I know? Because you get caught up in your feelings too. You just don't call it or label it happiness. Right? So a lot of time it comes down to semantics. But if we're going to keep it a buck and be honest with each other, right? We all get caught up in our feelings, meaning you really feel like you start to feel abused when you're not able to get your point across, or you're arguing all the time, or you feel like you're choked or smothered, or the relationship doesn't feel like you used to feel when you subscribe to it. Right? So a lot of people run for fast solution. I guess maybe the most extreme of this type of fast solutions is when people say they're going their own way. They don't want to deal with marriage anymore, or go their own way completely. They don't want to deal with men or women anymore. But the problem with that is that that's cap. If you're a typical human being like the rest of us, you're going to crave for love and connection at some point. But because you're not operating from a place of awareness, you're going to fall flat on your face because you haven't really taken the time to learn how it works. Granted, majority of us will be in it first, fall flat on our face before we start to pick up the pieces. If you're lucky enough, you can actually still make that relationship work. All right. Sorry about that. Does that make sense? So let's get into this. This is the most. So this guy, the brother, is crying out for help right now, but I don't want to dive too further into it. You get the gist, okay? I'm not accusing him of anything, but some tweets came out, okay? But before we get into the tweets that came out, let's read this from the brother, right? As a family, we strongly disagree with the ignorant and repulsive tweets from my then high school aged brother. Again, he's 28. At that time, he was 18, 17. What tweets are we talking about before we move any further with this? Let's go to the tweets. Here are some of the tweets right here. Okay. Let's see if we can blow this up. We can't blow it any further. Okay, all right. Let's read it like this. Can't believe what's OOMF? I thought I knew what OOMF was. Let's find it. Let's see what it means. One of my friends. There you go. I thought I knew what that was. Can't believe one of my friends thinks I talk to black girls when I don't. Do you see where we're going with this yet? One of my friends thinks I talk to black girls when I don't. This tweet is from 2012. let me tell you something. We all don't